2042 is getting a new update and it's called update 8.9, but what's interesting about this one is it's not just fixing bugs and stuff like that. It's actually a solid update and it's going to give us a complete overhaul of all of the vault weapons. Now this is honestly a surprise at this point because everyone's just focusing on the next Battlefield game, the playtests, the leaks and all those kind of stuff, and out of nowhere in comes the update 8.9 overhauling the entire vault weapons, adding some new bundles and even adding some new attachments, a completely new attachment to the game. They're actually giving us a new magazine called the Underloaded Magazine, which in my opinion is just a ridiculous name. They could just call it a clip mag or something like that. But no matter the name, it's a new magazine option that's coming to vault weapons, most of the vault weapons, not all of them, but most of them. And almost all of the vault weapons are getting some sort of change, some sort of attachment. We're going to go over all of that as well as some new bundles and some generic fixes that are coming to the game. So without further ado guys, let's just go ahead and start the video. Just keep in mind to go down in the comment section, let me know what you think about the update, and we're gonna have a good conversation down there, okay? So there's actually a patch note for the update. As I told you, it's called update 8.9. It's gonna come out on Tuesday, June 17th, and brings a large amount of weapon changes as well as some bug fixes. We're gonna start with the new bundles. These bundles are all gonna be Mass Effect bundles. If 5 years ago someone had told me we are going to get some sort of Mass Effect bundle in Battlefield, I would just call them crazy, but just take a look at the pictures. This is actually happening. In my opinion, this is ridiculous to be fighting someone like this. We have all kinds of things in 2042 right now, Dead Space bundles, robot bundles, and here you go, here comes nothing. We've got Mass Effect bundles as well, which in my opinion just shouldn't be a part of Battlefield, these sort of cosmetics, but it's 2042 and everything's literally just possible. So you've got the Galactic bundle, it's going to cost you 1750 BFC. You've got the Scoped and Dropped bundle, it's going to cost you 2000 BFC, and you've got the Citadel bundle, which costs you 3000 BFCs. But bundles are not everything that this update actually brings. We've got so much more important stuff, so let's go ahead and take a look at those stuff. We've got a developer comment here for weapons. After the A94 launched earlier this year, it became clear that many of the vault weapons are a bit out of shape. To remedy that, we took on the task to apply some much needed love and care to a bunch of them. After that, we had the easier task of breaking half of them, fixing them again, and making sure we could ship them to you. We wanted to bring vault weapons up to par with similar weapons by increasing the attachment diversity and open up for more ways of playing with them. Most vault weapons have been given some extra attachments and many had a few tweaks and fixes done as well. In this update, we introduce a new type of magazine attachment, the Underloaded Magazine. This is a standard issue mag but with fewer bullets in it, making it faster and easier to handle. The downside is that you have fewer rounds in a mag, of course, meaning you are sacrificing damage output over time for improved weapon handling. So this has to be said right, because in my opinion the statement here is kind of lacking some meaning, and I'll tell you why. What's going to happen is you're going to get a standard issue magazine with less rounds per mag, giving you faster reload times and probably some faster ADS. Nobody knows what handling means in 2042. The stats of Battlefield 2042 is completely corrupted. Nobody knows what they mean exactly by handling, but it's basically reload speed, probably ADS time and those kind of stuff. It's gonna decrease the ADS time, it's gonna increase the reload speed, but you're gonna get some less rounds per mag, which in my opinion isn't a really worthwhile trade here. In my opinion, a lot of people will still be using that 40 round magazine because, like it or not, in 2042 rounds per mag actually matter. So by adding this, we have one more way to play with standard ammo in addition to the extended mag many of them already have, or other ammo types. All in all, we're hoping this helps make the vault weapons more fun and more useful to play with. We're looking forward to your feedback of having more attachment options to tinker with between respawns. So here is a list of all the weapons and everything that they are getting, or everything that's being removed from these weapons. So we're going to start with the ACWR. Adjusted reload timing, making it faster so it matches the animations of the weapon. Added underbarrel attachment, BCG light grip, and the magazine attachment is going to call the Underloaded Magazine, as we talked about it. For the A91, they actually just give it the Underloaded Magazine and that's it. For the M416, the shortened barrel is now added, but it says it's silenced. Now, I have no idea what they mean by that. It sure as hell can't be some sort of integrated suppressor on the M416, because something like that just doesn't exist, right? But we have to wait and see because there's no explanation here. And they also added the Underloaded Magazine for the M416 as well. For the AK-971, they also adjusted the reload timing, making it faster so it matches the animation of the weapon, adjusted the position of several muzzle attachments slightly to better match the intended placement. For underbarrel attachment, we've got the BCG light grip, and for magazine, we've got the Underloaded Magazine. For M16A3, they've reduced the starting ammo from 8 mags down to 5 mags, and there's a developer comment here which says we're making this change to bring the weapon more in line with similar assault rifles. Now this is very interesting because the M16A3 is one of the few weapons that's actually being nerfed instead of being buffed, which is just sad for those M16 players, but you can't do anything about that. They also added the underloaded magazine for the M16 as well. MTAR now gets a BCG light grip and the underloaded magazine as well. The AKS-74U, they adjusted reload timing, making it faster so it matches the animation of the weapon. They added a muzzle attachment, which is the Warhawk compensator. They also added the BCG light grip and underloaded magazine. For P90, we are going to get the underloaded magazine. For PP2000, we are going to get the LS1 laser sight, which in my opinion is going to be ridiculous because the PP2000 already has a very accurate hipfire accuracy, and with the LS1 laser sight, it's going to go crazy. For XM8, they adjusted the PB heavy suppressor to be a silenced shortened barrel instead, giving it higher rate of fire but lower weapon accuracy instead of better muzzle flash visibility reduction for worse effective range. It is still suppressed and reduces the projectile velocity just as before. In my opinion, nobody just uses the PB heavy suppressor on the XM8, so it doesn't really matter at all. Maybe people start to use it for, more rate of fire, but that damage reduction is just not cutting it for me. They also added the underloaded magazine for the XM8 as well. For Type 8 LMG, they adjusted the reload timing again, making it faster so it matches the animation of the weapon. They also increased default ammo capacity to 150 rounds per cassette, and there's a developer comment here as well. This change is meant to buff the weapon and create a bit of niche for it to stand out versus similar machine guns. But in my opinion, it just wouldn't, because all of the machine guns are just way better than the Type 8 unit. They also fixed an issue that caused an incorrect fork grip behavior to be used, and they also added the underloaded cassette as well. For the M240B, they only added the underloaded option. For M60E4, they reduced the starting ammo from 5 cassettes to 3, and this change is meant to bring the M60 in line with other similar LMGs. They also added the underloaded cassette as well. For the RPK-74M, they reduced the reload speed when using extended mag. Added muzzle attachment is wrapped suppressor. They also added the BCG light grip, and here we have a new magazine attachment. It's called the high-powered drum magazine for the RPK-74M, which it never had before. For M39 EMR, we've got the BCG light grip and also the underloaded magazine. For SVD, BCG light grip, underloaded magazine, gold sniper magnum. This is very interesting. They've added the BCG light grip, the Cobra grip, and the LS1 laser sight. So we've got 3 new attachments for the gold magnum. They added the underloaded magazine, armor piercing ammo, and high power ammo. This high power is going to be interesting because it's going to just increase that muzzle velocity, giving it better accuracy, less bullet drop, and it's going to be very interesting on that weapon as well. And they also fixed an issue where moving while aiming made the gun's accuracy better than intended. For the MP443, they've added the underbarrel attachment LS1 laser sight, which is going to really make it hard to counter. This pistol is already great, and with better hipfire accuracy, it's going to be even better. For the M93R, they added a magazine attachment, which is simply just the underloaded magazine. In my opinion, they should have added some sort of, first of all, laser sight to it, and second of all, some sort of red dot, because the iron sights on this thing are just crazy. And we have some general fixes here. And they fixed an issue where some LMGs weren't affected by longer reload times when using extended belts, cassettes, or magazines. There's a developer comment here as well. Goes, quote, the M240B, M60E4, and Type 88 LMG are most affected by this change and are now in line with weapons using similar attachments. For gadgets, they updated the AA missile reload animation when swapping weapons. For the RPK-74M, fixed an issue where the rate of fire was shown as 700 when the actual rate of fire was 720. This is purely a UI update. The fire rate hasn't been adjusted. This has been an issue for more than a year, and now it's fixed. There's a progression thing here, and it's called The Lie Has Been Exposed. Now, a lot of people believe that this is actually progressing towards a new Easter egg for the Phantom program, which in my opinion completely makes sense, but we have to wait and see for that. For Portal, game modes have been added to Portal are Control, Shutdown, Strike Team, and Kill Switch, and there's also a developer comment here, quote, we have added several modes with all their maps that the mode supports 4 players to host in Portal. Enjoy. So the stadium has also been added to Custom Conquest, and that's going to be it. There's also some bug fixes, but in my opinion, they're nothing special. I'm going to put the link down in the description to this article, so if you guys want to read the whole thing, you can go ahead and do that. But I just told you everything that was needed and everything that was basically important about this update, and that's going to be it. That's all about update 8.9 of Battlefield 2042. Again, if I want to give you a quick review, it's going to come out on June 17th. All the vault weapons are getting an overhaul. We've got 3 new Mass Effect bundles and some general update fixes, and we have some attachments coming to all of the vault weapons, or most of them. at least. Not all of them, but most of them are getting some new attachments, balances, fixes, those kind of stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope this was helpful, somewhat informative. Again, do make sure to go down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the video. Thank you all guys for watching, and until next time, guys, stay cool.